everybody, thank you for staying with us. And we continue sharing with you our experience in Japan. Currently, Tokyo. We started it already, but we continue to give you our biggest impression from Tokyo. They have good traffic markings, and not only good, but colorful. Sometimes we try to figure out what it means, but apparently it helps to the traffic. And look at the sidewalk. Of course, not everybody, I think, follow the rule, but anyway. And in the subway, they even mark on which side you have to walk, or on which side you have to stay on the escalator. No, really, we used to walk on the right, but here you have to walk on the left because they are driving cars on the left side of the road. When you walk on streets in Japan, or in train station, or in any public buildings, you can see the yellow lines, and not just lines, they're like blocks everywhere. At first we thought that it is just a dividing line because according to the rule you have to walk on the left, but
then I thought maybe they were expansion joints in case of earthquakes, because I have read that the Japanese have done a lot of things to prevent damage in the case of earthquakes. But then we found in a Google search that they're neither one of those things. They're actually a form of like Braille markings for visually impaired and blind people so that they can find their way easier.
Yes, I know what many of you can say, that different countries have something similar to this, similar but not like this. Look at all marks. And here you see different lines have different design, dots or lines. No, apparently for blind people can interpret this and understand that, for example, here they have to stop and wait for the right traffic signal. You see, I think it is great. And I told you that Japanese people try to keep everything neat, clean, and look at how they covered the emergency water outlets. It looks like a garden with fence, but looks great, looks unusual. And something else what keeps streets clean. It is the place where they can smoke. You can smoke, you cannot smoke on streets. And something else was interesting to watch in Tokyo, not only in Tokyo, in Japan, how they managed the entrance to big buildings, how they control the traffic. I think all of you used hop-on, hop-off buses in some countries, in different countries, in different cities, but you'll never experience probably anything like this if you did not use hop-on, hop-off in Tokyo. Not first. They ask you where do you want to sit, inside, outside, on the second floor, and you have to sit there, especially if it rains, because if it rains they will give you poncho only if you sit outside, and they mark on their list that you are sitting outside, and they warned me that you have to sit outside all the time, not go inside, because they will put different people, other people inside who doesn't want to get wet. And the bus worker sits with you on the second floor all the time, on the second level. If you try to stand up even a little bit, like half stand up to take a picture, you get an immediate order. Sit down. And you have to keep the seat belt all the time.
Okay, we have arrived at Shibuya Station. Now, you will recall that our destination is actually not a station, it's Shibuya Scramble Crossing. We are here at right outside Shibuya subway station in what is called the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. This is said to be the busiest pedestrian crossing in Tokyo, and according to what I read, as many as 4,000 people cross in a single green light. And as you will see, they're crossing in all different directions at the same time. It's an example of the madhouse that is downtown Tokyo during the daytime, or for that matter at night, when it's busy and just these thousands and thousands of people everywhere. That's what you see at Shibuya Scramble Crossing.
This video was made on Wednesday in the middle of the day, but can you imagine the weekend and evenings? Here in Shibuya Crossing, you can see the most popular meeting point in the heart of Tokyo. It is the dog statue. His name is Hachiko. A dog accompanied his master, professor of the university, every day to the Shibuya station, and he met the professor every afternoon at 3 p.m. After the professor died, Hachiko continued to visit the Shibuya station every day for 10 years until his own death. He was cremated and buried next to his beloved owner. There is a donut shop, and the name of it, I Am Donut. Ben is going to get one. It's a very strange name. It's interesting.
It looks messy and sweet. I don't want it. You see these kind of displays on the streets out in front of all sorts of restaurants, and the food display is made from plastic, but it represents what they're serving. Sometimes it even has English attached, like this one, which is in Japanese, but then down in small letters, stir-fried shrimp and chili sauce.
And even they have plastic drinks, look, with ice.
Hey, this looks good, actually. You know, I like hot set things. This is noodles with hot and sour sauce.
Yes, it looks good.
And it's only $6. This is fried rice Yoshu style. Black vinegar fried rice.
Also only like $5.50, $6.50.
Noodles with boiled pork, less than $6. Well, a little more than $6. $6.25.
By the way, they have automated menus outside on streets. You choose the food, you pay, and get your ticket, and you go inside and get your food. It is very, very fast.
Many people love Japanese food, obviously. I've never been one of those who found it to be one of my favorites. It's not. But I eat it sometimes and enjoy it, particularly teriyaki and some of the stuff that's cooked. I don't particularly care for raw fish. But at any rate, if you like Japanese food, then Tokyo would be heaven for you. If, like me, you don't particularly like Japanese food, at least not a steady diet of it, then Tokyo can be a bit challenging. Western food is available. It's not what you're probably used to, but it is available, and that is one way to go. Another way to go is some types of Japanese food, which in fact I find to be very flavorful. One of my criticisms is it's often not flavorful, but the ramen I find to be very, very flavorful. The soup.
Okay, what is it?
It's ramen noodles with pork.
The soup, which you see with meat floating in the top of it and a lot of noodles, the depth of flavor in that broth and in the soup and in the things that are in the soup is really amazing. So I understand, after visiting Japan, why people like ramen so much. But the general run of Japanese food was not really for me, and I prefer different kinds of spicy food like we found later in our Asia trip.
That's it for now, but next time, in our next video, we will visit the railroad station. It is a very fascinating place.
Very interesting vending machine.
And we will discuss way people dress in daily life. See you very, very soon. Goodbye.